Hello, Pally.
Today is November 16th, 2018.
And INFocus starts right now. A Pally Club is having a fundraiser this afternoon at a popular town and country eatery.
And an unusual update from the Florida Senate race.
All that and more is coming up on today's show. Welcome to INFocus. I'm Stella Essemacher.
And I'm Leon Friedrichowitz.
There's a lot going on around campus. Here are some important announcements from today's campus bulletin. As we heard yesterday, 2 Pally students have been fundraising for fire victims in and near Butte County. They've been collecting used clothing and essential items such as toothbrushes, toothpaste, and sleeping bags. So far, they have raised $1,100 by standing on University Avenue and setting up a PayPal, GoFundMe page, and Venmo. Visit the link on screen to donate to the cause.
Seniors can get help with CSU, UC, Common Application, Coalition Application, or any other application in this hands-on workshop. It will take place Tuesday when we get back from the break, November 27th, during the tutorial in room 407. This afternoon, the Intersectional Feminism Club will be hosting a fundraiser between 4 and 6 p.m. at Kirk's at Town & Country. Make sure to mention the Intersectional Feminism Club when getting your meal.
Moving on now from what's going on around campus to what's happening in the world and locally today.
Let's take a look at what's topping today's headlines in today's News Minute.
The Florida Secretary of State's office released the numbers from the just-completed machine recount Thursday afternoon. It shows Florida Governor and Republican Senate candidate Rick Scott leading the Democratic incumbent by more than 12,603 votes. The margin between the two is 0.15%, and that's within the legal margin for a hand recount in Florida. As a result, the Florida Secretary of State has ordered a manual recount in the race.
As smoky conditions caused by the campfire in Butte County persist in the peninsula, spare the air alerts are continuing and many schools are canceling classes. The Bay Area Air Quality Management District has issued alerts all week, and district officials said the bad air quality will continue into next week. The burning of wood and other solid fuels is prohibited while the alerts are in effect. The poor air quality prompted officials at schools around the Bay Area to cancel classes Thursday. Palo Alto School District, however, planned to remain open today.
This month, Tap Out has been running their No Straw November campaign.
Audrey McCallie and Lindsay Kim have been researching the story and have more on this.
One of Pally's environmental clubs, Tap Out, is organizing a No Straw November event. With dozens of people partaking in the event and pledging to reduce their consumption of straws, this has been on the headlines of Pally publications for weeks. The event aims to reduce the pollution caused by straws. The president of Tap Out Club, Charlotte Amsbaugh, explained the event further.
No Straw November is all about getting student pledges to commit to not using straws for all of November and instead using alternatives, reusable alternatives like metal or bamboo straws, or not using straws at all if you don't need them.
Oftentimes, straws are used unnecessarily, but they can be very damaging to the environment.
So straws, like other single-use plastics are non-biodegradable plastics, and a lot of times they obviously they're single-use, so you throw them out after you use them once, and then a lot of times they'll go to the landfills or they'll go to the ocean. They don't biodegrade. It takes like 200 plus years for them to break down, and it's estimated that there's about 500 million straws used per day, and so it's a lot of free-floating plastic trash in our ocean, and straw is something like, it's definitely in the top 15 most found plastic items in our oceans today, and so they kind of have this big overarching impact, and they get into our oceans, into our landfills, the fish eat them, they kind of go all over and just wreak a bunch of havoc.
Tap Out's No Straw November event is all about encouraging students to protect the environment from harmful effect of straws.
Our goal for the event, well, we have a few goals, but the first main goal is to get students in our Pally community to be thinking about the different ways that they use single-use plastic and how they could be cutting down on those ways. And a really good example of that is straws, and it's kind of an everyday single-use plastic that a lot of people use without really thinking about. But our goal with the event is to start thinking about the impact that single-use plastic has on our environment and how we can make an effective change to kind of end that waste.
With dozens of pledges, many students have agreed to give up straws for November or use reusable metal straws.
If you sign up, I think it's tinyurl.com/PallyNoStraw. It's basically signing up to committing yourself to not using straws for the next 30 days for all of November. If you're like me, I'll try and do it for as long as I can after November, and I start a little early, but it's really just committing yourself for those 30 days, that 1 month of November, to not use any plastic straws.
And if you don't pledge for environmental benefits, Tap Out is including all pledges in weekly raffle.
So if you sign up for No Straw November and you pledge to not use straws for all of November, the Pally Eco is going to do raffles for everyone who signs out, and we're going to give away the reusable straws that you can use instead of plastic ones. So when you get your Starbucks, you just use one of the reusable straws. If you win our raffle, we're going to have them every week, and so everyone should sign up, get yourself a reusable straw, say no to straws for November. It'll be really great.
So next time you're about to use a straw, think about the environmental consequences associated with it. Reporting from the Quad, this is Lindsay Kim.
Thanks for that great story, Audrey and Lindsay.
I heard that the weather has been affecting sports recently.
Jason is in the studio now with the latest in Pally sports news.
What's the scene in sports?
It's a bit bare, but several esports were played while we were gone. Pally esports were defeated 2-0 against Salinas High School in Rainbow Six Siege. Guess they didn't find their pot of gold. Thankfully, Pally esports carved their victory in stone with Hearthstone against the Marin School. The score was 3-0. On Saturday, varsity football will play at Pally against Los Gatos at 1 p.m. Let's hope they bring home a win. Back to you.
Thanks, Jason. Well, that does it for today's episode.
Be sure to visit our website to check out old episodes, check the bulletin, or to send us an email.
Until next time, have a great day, Pally.